Hello. I would like for you to take a second to close your eyes and create a mental image in your mind of the word I am about to say. Engineer. Now open them. How many of you created a mental image of a man working on a train engine? Or maybe a construction worker with a hard hat holding a blueprint? Or maybe even a young man with glasses on working behind a computer screen? How many of you pictured a woman like me? The history of female engineers date all the way back to the 1800s. So why is it that we still see this profession primarily for men? Today, I would like to talk about the history of the female engineer. Let's start by traveling back in time. Elizabeth Bragg was the first woman who ever wanted a taste for this man's world. In 1876, she attended the University of California and graduated as the first woman with a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. SWE website states that she'd be the first woman to ever attain an engineering degree. Sadly though, societal views trapped her in the women stay at home and look pretty box while the men go do work. So she was never actually able to use her degree professionally. Although Bragg never became a professional engineer, it did not stop inspired women from pursuing their goals in this field. Emily Warren Rebling married a civil engineer who worked to revolutionize bridges that we know today, including the Brooklyn Bridge. Sadly though, while building the bridge, her husband became very ill. To save her family name, she took on the role as head engineer, never having any education in the field. She became self-taught in the areas of civil engineering and construction. And in an article written by Alyssa Walker, she would stay head engineer for the next 14 years and be the first woman in 1883 to cross the bridge. Architecture seemed to be the only place that women had a spot in this field until the early 1900s, when Margaret Ingalls changed all that. She wanted to be an architect, but the University of Kentucky did not offer courses designed for architecture. A professor recommended engineering, and she was hooked automatically. Research from the UKalumni.net said that she would continue her studies in the air conditioning systems, which was a new technology for back in the time. She would study air filtration and create a device that would measure air humidity that we still use today. Ingalls wasn't the only one starting to travel down different roads of engineering. HowStuffWorks.com states the most traveled piece of highway in the United States was designed by Marilyn Johnson Reese, a female engineer. Reese wanted to study engineering because she loved math and didn't want to be a teacher, like all the other women in society. She would become the first female engineer to earn full licensing in civil engineering in 1954. Today we can thank her for the Santiago-Santa Monica Freeway Interchange System in Los Angeles. Because of these women, our society is now a better place. We can drive over water, we can heat and cool our homes, and we can take trips across the country. Women bring a whole new creative perspective to the engineering field. So why is it that only 11% of them are women? I hope today's speech has inspired you to take a chance and be creative and let your ingenuity shine. As a future woman in STEM and engineering, my favorite quote ever has been by Marilyn Monroe, who says, "I don't mind living in a man's world, as long as I get to be a woman in it." Thank you.